Hello YouTube. Okay, today we are going to be making some homemade beer brats with some high temperature melt cheese. We'll probably do some in high temperature melt cheddar and some high temperature melt blue cheese. We're starting off with a bunch of pork. I've also got a little venison I'm going to put in. But you're looking at about right at 25 pounds of meat there that I'm defrosting. We'll get that put through the grinder. And I've got my casings with the salt already out of the package here. It's actually, they're soaking, so we'll let that soak a little while, and then we'll go out to the meat processing area, cut this stuff up, get it through the grinder. Be right back. Okay, this is the meat processing area out in my garage. Got a nice little slicer here and a bandsaw for cutting like ham steaks, that sort of thing, or just cutting right through the leg of a deer. Makes some great deer steaks. And commercial dehydrator goes about 25 pounds in about 3 hours of meat to make some jerky, so that really works well. Got a meat mixer here. Got my knives and stuff stored down in there. But meat mixer works out well. I've got a dual speed crank here. I can just do it by hand. But I made like a little adapter out of a socket, and I can just hook it right onto the power takeoff here on this grinder, and that'll spin the meat and mix it for me because that gets awful cold. Of course, the grinder got a couple of different plates. Got the small plate. Today I'm going to be using the big one because we're going to be doing some brats. So I'm going to go ahead and get my meat tub here ready. Get it all ready, and then I got a stuffer here to stuff the casings once everything's done, and scale and vacuum sealer. Got a couple of different blends I can go with today. I get all my supplies from butcherpacker.com. First one is beer brats, and the second one is just your regular German style bratwurst. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the beer brats today. I'm going to pair that up nicely over here, I think, with some high temperature melt cheese that's in the freezer here. I got some high temperature melt cheddar and some high temperature melt blue cheese, and I'm going to put a little scallion or green onion in the mix, and that should make for a really tasty bratwurst. I'm going to mix up 25 pounds of meat, get it all ground up and mixed, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, I got everything ground up. I'm about ready to put it in the mixer. Get the mixture all cleaned up, and I got it hooked up to the power takeoff. When I switch this on now, it'll mix that meat for me. So I'm going to go ahead and load this meat up, and I got some venison and some ground pork, and we'll get that all mixed up here in a second. Okay, it's time for me to cut up the onion now, and I'll put it into the meat mixer here in a minute. Okay, there's 2 bunches of onions all cut up pretty finely. I might leave some of these longer pieces out like that, but we'll go ahead and throw it in the mix. Okay, it's mixing in the onions now. I'm going to add the beer brat mix, and then I'll do the cheese separately, so that way I don't contaminate cheddar to blue cheese, so forth and so on. Mixing in just a little by little, just so I don't get it cakey. We'll get that done and be back in a minute. Okay, I got all the bratwurst mixed in, and we're just going to let that mix for a little bit, and we'll separate it out, one for blue cheese, one for cheddar. Here's a little look at that power takeoff little thing I made with the socket. Works pretty good. Okay, I took about half the mixture out, and I'm putting in some blue cheese now. Don't want to get it too cheesy, but we'll let that mix a little bit and get a good consistency. Empty that out, and then we'll do the same with this, with some cheddar. Okay, I went ahead and just decided to mix this one by hand. That might be a little cheesy, but that's okay. That'll be all good. And then there's our blue cheese in that one. So we'll go ahead and get this in the stuffer here and start stuffing. Got all my casings all soaked up and good and rinsed off, so we're ready to go. Okay, there's the first batch done with the cheddar cheese in it. Got to do the blue cheese next. Okay, so I've already stuffed them up, and there's our cheddar with onion, and then I made some of the blue cheese with onion, and then I made some hot with onion as well. Actually already got some put away over here. show you how this sealer works real well. And you just mark them Bratwurst, the date, and then it works out real well. So hope you enjoyed making that with me. I sure enjoyed doing it.